All right, back for another feature focus in FlipPilot. This one is custom fields. So this is what we currently allow in records on the lead information section. So let's go over to the pipeline. I'm going to show you this record here. If I scroll down over into the lead information, these are actually all custom fields. And so you can move these around, change them, remove them to your liking. If you don't ask certain questions or typically get certain information that we have in this by default, you can remove that field or you can change it to something that you do or add any fields that you would like. And let me show you how to do that. So what we're going to do is if you click the three buttons at the top on the menu and go to configurations, that's where we have custom fields. And so you'll see all the current fields that are there. To move those around, you can say manage custom field and change the position of each field, delete the field, and change the label and all that kind of stuff. And then just hit custom field, save the field. So I'm going to show you to add a new one. And currently, if you click over here at the top, this plus, you can add a custom field. And let's give it a label of, let's say, the county assessor ID or something. I'm just going to say county ID. So if you have somebody that's pulling these county IDs and you want to put them in a field for the lead, you can do that. And just anything that you might think of. What I'm going to do is put this at the end of the form and make it just a text field. You can use any number of these different types of fields so that it validates what you and your team put in that field. It can be a number field to make sure that it's only numbers, a date, which will give you a calendar to choose a date. A drop down will give you several options that you can put in so they can choose only one of those options that you put in. A URL, so if you put in like a Zillow URL or something like that, you can put that URL into the field. A text area, which gives you a lot of space to type out information, sort of like notes, but you don't want to keep notes separate from your main notes. Phone number field, email field, and a currency field, which is like a dollar field. And so we'll just keep this one as a text field. And I'm not going to give it a default value, though you can if you want. So I'm going to hit create, and then down here at the bottom I've got my county ID. Now if I go to the records, let me go back to my pipeline. I'm going to go back to the same record, and I'm going to go down to lead info. You'll notice that I've got the county ID field here now, and I can click and type in, whatever the county ID is, whatever your county uses, and then you can save that lead info. So that's now going to be on all the records that you have in lead information. So this is how you can create and modify the fields in your lead information section of FlipPilot. And I like to personally have these fields in order of how I ask the questions, okay? So if I go in and say, how much are you asking? You get that amount. And then ask them reasons why they're selling, what repairs are needed, and then get into the questions of how much is owed, and if I paid you cash and closed quickly, how much would you take? I put the questions in that order so that as I'm asking them, I can fill them out in an order that makes sense. So you can do the same for however you approach those seller calls. So I hope you like this feature. Be sure to subscribe to the FlipPilot YouTube channel and click the bell button so you can get notifications when we have new feature focused videos and how-to videos and release notes and all that kind of stuff come out for FlipPilot, so you can stay up to date with all the cool things that we're adding to this amazing software.